Is this thing on?
Welcome back to another episode of Spooled Life Live. I'm your host, Ram Garcia, and we are in the beautiful Corpus Christi Roy's Bait and Tackle Studio. And right now, I'm seeing some animals on the wall, some mounts, shoulder mounts, right? That's typically what you call those, shoulder mounts. Some full body mounts, right? I see a guy holding a fishing rod over there. I see a woman over there holding a fishing rod. I see some of the Roy staff down here ready to help you with everything you all need for the water, right? Guys, whether you all are just barely getting into it or have been doing it for a long time, right? Tournament angler, right? Or want to get into tournament fishing, we have more than you could possibly need, right? We got stuff that works. We got some stuff that doesn't work, right? For some. Some of the stuff you use might not work for me, right? Some of the stuff that I use will work for you, right? I'm just kidding. Oscar Alvarado's in the house. Andres Solis, Jason Lozano in the house as well. Thank y'all guys for showing up so early. Early in the morning. It's 12 right now. You know, we stayed up a little late last night. I got here late. I had to get everything put up here this morning, and I'm pretty sure some of it's not going to work. So just bear with us. You know, we might have unplugged my guest's microphone. I might have not plugged his in yet. But it's going to be a hell of a show, guys. Right. I want to thank the headline sponsors before we get started. Of course, Roy's Bait and Tackle for having us here in this nice AC'd facility, not in the hot sun. Right. If we were out there in the hot sun, we'd probably be wanting to throw a fishing rod or something, you know, be paddling out on the water. You know what I mean? Or making a barbecue out on the beach. You might have that cool barbecue pit that connects to the receiver hitch on your truck. Hopefully, right? Some have those barbecue pits that you just put on the sand. You know, and you go and take up, you know, the fajitas look so good, and you put them on a tortilla and you bite into it and you just get all the grittiness of the sand. I love that. Right?
I'm hungry.
Right. Down South Lures. Guys, those new jig heads that they got out, we got them here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. The new lures, right? Kind of like a jerk bait lure. We got them here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. The traditional paddle tail, we got them here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. Cruise in and check out them. Right as soon as you walk in, you're going to get slammed up against the stinky pants stringers. Take a little bit of a right. Go forward a little bit. Right there on your left-hand side, you can't miss them. Down South Lures leads the way. Sarge Custom Rods, that's another person that leads the way here, right? If you've never held a Sarge Custom Rod, guys, come in just to Roy's Bait and Tackle and pick one up. There is no sales pitch needed. Just come into Roy's Bait and Tackle, pick one up, and start saving your money. They are pricey. I'm not gonna lie. Right? You should be expected to spend at least a $500 bill on a Sarge Custom Rod, but you only buy it once. You know what I mean? I mean, when you go to the Mexican restaurant and you ask for extra guacamole, you're not going to see that guacamole ever again. When you come into Roy's Bait and Tackle and you get a Sarge Custom Rod, it's going to be there more than likely for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Or if it gets messed up, if you decide to break the tip off of it or something, they're back. They're gonna back that rod 100%. They're gonna fix it up for you, and you're gonna be on your way to catching more fish. Right? See Tow Corpus Christi. They should be busy today. It's not very windy. At least this morning it wasn't. It might pick up this afternoon. But if you need some help on the water, they got you covered as well. Right? See Tow Corpus Christi. AFTCO Marshwear for the marsh. AFTCO for everything else. I'm wearing AFTCO today. And these are the tags that came off the shirt. This shirt right here is made from recycled plastic bottles. Ain't that amazing? Recycled plastic bottles is what I'm wearing right now.
Does it dry out fast?
I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. It's my first time wearing it. It's my first time wearing it. It is cool.
See that?
It's on the cool side, right? I would think it would be real hot and bulky. No, it's nice and cool. It is light, right? I don't like the real light ones to where it's just like you're wearing nothing. I like it to be a little thicker and solid, right? What else do we got here? UPF 50, right? You got to have some sort of protection. 100% pledge to protect and conserve. Your purchase of AFTCO products contributes to our 10% pledge to help protect and conserve our resource and ensure sustainable fisheries for future generations. And guys, if y'all's clothing brand is not doing that, you should toss it. That's what I'm saying. Hey, that's just my opinion, guys. All right. I'm just saying. AFTCO Sportswear and Marshwear, new canoe. And my favorite. My guest is not drinking today. It's okay. Those who are, drink responsibly. What we're drinking today is Karbach Ranch Water in the prickly pear flavor. Cheers to my guests. Cheers to you all. This Sunday, beautiful Sunday. Make sure the brisket's not burned up. Put the wireless temperature gauges in there. Enjoy the show. We're about to get started. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna learn. We might make fun of some people. It's gonna be a hell of a show. Cheers to you all. Oh yeah, prickly pear. And I drank too much last night. I had quite a few birthday parties. As y'all could tell, I had 3 of them.
Oh
3
my
birthday
God.
parties lined up last night. It was my little nephew Benjamin is what how you pronounce his name, Benjamin. He turned 1. I went over to Simon's birthday party. I want to say he turned 3,
Oh my God.
right? And then I went over to Jordan Morales's birthday party, and she turned. I don't remember how many she turned. Anywhere between 30 and 40, I think.
Still a child to me.
Yeah, anywhere between 30 and 40, I think. I'm not too sure. We were having a contest, me and my wife, to who looked the youngest, right? And of course, everybody picked her, right? Out of respect,
They're smart.
right? Yeah. So I started pulling people from the stands, right? I pulled somebody else, and of course, they picked them again. Like it became a joke. Like I knew that I wasn't the older looking one, right? So I want to make a poll today on who looks older today, guys, me or my guest, right? It's going to be a tough one. All I'm saying is I better not lose this one, because if I do, Spooled Life Live is done. We're done. I got a hell of a show. Ryan Agita's in the house. Austin Matthews is back, like usual. You know, Austin Matthews is here and he's ready. We've created a spot for him. He's also a moderator now on the show. So he'll be here for to answer any questions about the show. Maybe you're interested in some sponsorships or something. Reach out to myself or Austin Matthews, and we'll get that ball rolling, right? I got a hell of a show, guys. If y'all are in the Corpus Christi area, cruise into the shop and watch it live, right? Live, with all capital letters. We got some Karbach here. We got some seats out in the front. Maybe you sit on the stairs, right? We got a seat back here that my guest might be needing here in a little bit, but hopefully he won't. You feel good, right?
I'm younger than
Right.
you are.
You're hungry?
I'm young. No, I'm younger than you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You need to see
Yeah, definitely. You definitely look it. Right.
the white hair doesn't give it away.
How I thought you colored it that way.
I did
Everybody's doing that too. That's like
40 years
thing
ago.
now, right? Guys, I got none other than Mr. Thomas Bulger in the house. I said it right? There
Perfect.
you go. I've been saying it wrong for the past 5 months. And now when it counts, I said it right? Thank you so much, man, for
Thank you.
for coming into the show. Where are you driving in from?
Rockport.
Rockport. That's not too bad. It's about an hour.
No,
Little less than an hour.
I wouldn't have Roy's on my mind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't even need to turn the radio on.
No.
Right now, if I go to your car, your truck, what is the radio station on?
I don't even think I had radio on.
No, just fixed on getting here and having a good time, right? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'll start with age. After we guess who's the older one.
Oh yeah.
I started kayak fishing in the early 90s. My wife had an extension course through LSU, and that's who got me into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hooked ever since. I would travel from Baton Rouge to here to go fishing.
Oh, wow.
And I knew where I was going to live at once I retired.
So that's where you were living at, Baton Rouge?
Yep.
That's where you grew up?
No, I'm a military brat.
Okay.
I was born in Staten Island, New York, because my father was in Korea.
Right.
And then after that, it was the nice part about the Marine Corps. It's always near the water somewhere. Just point me to the water, and my brothers and I, and that's it.
Your dad was in the Marine Corps?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to all the veterans out there, right? We'll get into that a little bit more on Mr. Tom's affiliation with Heroes on the Water, right? Pretty big deal around here, right?
Yep.
Oh, they're along the coast as well, right? But shout out to you all who are watching with the Heroes on the Water and all the veterans out there too. Cheers to you all. And everybody still active military, right?
Amen.
Can't leave them out either.
No.
Right? We wouldn't be here doing this, guys. We wouldn't have this luxury of walking into Roy's and buying anything we want and just going to fish without them guys.
No regrets.
Yeah. Yeah, without their protecting our nation, right? Shout out to them as well. I'm about to finish this whole thing, just giving all these shout outs.
Any more amens, you're going to need another drink here.
There you go. I might have to jump into yours, right?
Yeah.
Man, so Baton Rouge, you decided to come here to Rockport.
My parents lived here.
Okay.
And once I visited here, I went back home and bought an RV.
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew where I was going to retire to.
Yeah.
And I worked for it. And I saved up for it and said goodbye and never looked back.
Mm-hmm. You still live in it?
No. It's one of those things where didn't need it anymore because we moved over here, sold the truck, didn't need to move the trailer.
Right.
Built a house, sold the trailer type of thing, and never looked back.
Right. So then you start fishing.
First contest I ever been in.
But you're not kayak fishing yet? Or you're just
I'm kayak fishing.
Right off the bat, you're kayak fishing.
I fished a lot more than that with my father and two brothers.
In Baton Rouge?
No, Carolina.
Okay.
Virginia, wherever he was stationed at, California. Stationed in Hawaii.
Okay.
That's some serious stuff out there.
Yeah.
Go out half a mile and you're in 3,000 feet of water.
Oh, yeah.
But she's never regretted a day of it.
Yeah. And then you get here to Rockport. And you're like, man, this kayak might come into use here.
Well, I had the kayak in Baton Rouge. The only time I ever used it, first time I used it was in Venice. And I saw stuff I would never see in a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Being close. Dolphin introduced me to fishing from a kayak.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see a fin. First thing I do is get out of the water. Then I verify.
Yeah.
They were in water so shallow they had to turn their body.
Oh wow.
And
What kind of kayak are you in at this time?
I'm in a Hobie Lynx.
No, I'm talking about back then.
Well, back then, first kayak I bought was a tandem.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well, you were a lot younger. How old were you when you started that?
in my 40s.
Oh, okay. Well, then you haven't done it
I'm trying to do
too
the
long.
math here.
Right?
I flipped it with my brother, sold it at a loss, and got the kayak I really wanted in the beginning, and I kept that for 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then kayaks have evolved
Oh, yeah.
to the point where they just the Lynx weighs 46 pounds, and my wife says you're getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the links?
I work backwards. Where do I go fishing at? I love getting in the shallow mud and waters like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm in my
You have a motor on it?
Yeah.
So why not just get something that's a paddle kayak and put the motor on it?
Well, I use the motor to go to where I want to go fishing, and then I always like to say I like the mud.
Oh yeah.
3 inches of water.
Yeah.
And then I found out that I like the hunt part of it.
Right.
Catch the redfish, say thank you, let it go for the next time.
Yeah.
A little bit of karma in there.
Oh, so you don't keep them?
Nope.
Never.
If it dies on me, I'll keep it.
Okay.
But
if you want to eat fish, you're going to the Big Fisherman in Rockport.
I don't think it's open.
Is it? I don't remember. I don't know.
Closed for years. I've been there.
Were you there when? Have you ever been there when it was like a zoo or something like that?
I was there right afterwards.
Oh, okay. I wonder how that was, man.
Yeah, it was a contest they had there. I think the EEF, and that's where the weigh-in was, so to speak. And they had a band there, and it was just a big party.
Yeah,
with fishing included.
Right. And then you got to see all the animals and stuff.
No animals.
Oh, it was already gone.
They were gone.
I wonder what kind of animals they had there. Yeah,
I heard stories about some animals they had there. Like, well,
and all the animals got burned up, or they got.
I didn't.
They got they escaped.
I don't want to say yes they did and then be untrue. So
yeah, I wonder if anybody knows that's watching.
They might have looked at us as lunch, for all I know.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it. A zoo in Rockport, I'm not sure, man. That's I mean, any type of zoo you go to, right? Even like the most state of the art zoo, like the one in San Antonio, we've been there a couple times, and it's hot, right? If it's hot for me, I guarantee you it's hot for them animals. Like maybe they come from Africa or something, wherever,
What's the humidity in Africa?
I don't know.
It's miserable here, I know.
Yeah, it's got to be even hotter.
My 2 dogs know it. They're inside the house most of the time.
You got a couple dogs as well?
Yeah.
Inside dogs or what?
Inside. They have a big yard they go into anytime they want.
Yeah.
That's what's so nice about it. I have 4.5 acres, and it's all fenced in.
Oh, so they're living life over there.
Yeah.
Man, so no keeping of fish.
No.
So you don't even care what the limits are.
No.
Right? You don't get too involved with the
I probably should keep a couple now and then, but I just appreciate it too much. And let other people want to have it. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, you're allowed. Right. You're allotted an amount of fish to keep. I mean, obviously the trout limits are up in the air right now, right?
Speaking of trout, the first big trout I ever saw, I came from Louisiana fishing a contest at San Luis Pass. I saw like about a 28, 29-inch trout. I had never seen anything like that in Louisiana.
Mm.
That's such an imposing fish.
This was in Louisiana.
Well, I came from Louisiana.
Okay.
To San Luis Pass.
Okay.
And I saw someone weighing this huge trout. I'll remember that rest of my life.
Oh yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Mostly.
They say they're all gone, man.
Well, they're not on the end of my fishing line.
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder why they say they're all gone.
They're smart.
some of the upper anglers, elder. We won't say upper. We'll say elder. Some of the elder anglers say that
With the book Plugger.
croaker
Yeah.
has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Right. Does it?
That book Plugger, I saw his stringers from the
That's an
shoulder
old
down.
book too.
Yeah. I know where all the old big fish went.
Yeah.
And then we get better at catching fish, better equipment, kayaks, boats, fishing rods, reels, lures. And
Right. You would think it'd get easier with technology. Like you go to the house, it's easier to get on the internet. It's easier to heat up your food. Right? Instead of having to go outside, make a fire. You know, you would think with the technology how it's going with fishing stuff, it would be easier to catch fish. Right? I get that you have to create something where you want to keep the consumer coming back to buy your stuff, right? You don't want to create something that's going to last forever and then sell all your stuff to everybody and then just go out of business, right? But we still have to wash our stuff down, especially our reels, right? Our rods, for the most part, not really. We just have to make sure the tailgate is not going to intercept the rod on the over there or back home. But you still have to clean your stuff. You still have to maintain your kayaks now, right? It used to be where you would just dump your kayak in the water and go. There wasn't no parts to break or anything. But now,
battery and the motor.
yeah,
And
now you got to
everything
have a
else.
motor,
Takes
right? You got to
time.
have a
Takes
battery.
4 times. You load it, you unload at the fishing spot, load back up again, and go back home and unload and clean everything.
Oh yeah.
So bring a bunch of stuff. It might take me. I could be fishing and other people still unloading.
Yeah. Yeah. So, are you the angler that brings everything with you?
No.
No. Whatever you're going to use that day, whatever colors, your colors are already made up.
I might bring one thing to try differently and see if it works. But when it comes to a contest, I always bring too many fishing rods.
Right. Tournament day, how many rods you bringing? 4?
3 to 4.
3 to 4. What do they have on them? All paddle tails?
No. I'm planning my next trip to go fishing. It's a popping cork.
Okay.
It's going to be a top water. It's going to be something to sight cast with, and it's going to be something else that as a backup for all 3.
Right. Colors?
Chartreuse.
Full blown chartreuse, 100% chartreuse?
If I can find it.
Oh, wow. Why?
Well, one day I was fishing some marsh and I thought I had my favorite color, pumpkin seed, soft plastic, and threw it out there to the redfish, ignored it, put on chartreuse, caught fish. Didn't really question why. And then I fished offshore. I got me a big.
Oh, so you go offshore too?
Used to.
Okay.
I quit while I was ahead.
Yeah. So you would just circle the rigs like
yeah,
traditional offshore
down
angler.
Padre. Structure I'm looking for.
What were you throwing then? Chartreuse?
I had
rattle trap or something?
Not a rattle trap. I would have what are those long skinny fish called?
Ribbon fish?
Yes. That worked.
But artificial.
Those ribbons wasn't artificial.
No, but when you would throw, or you would just troll ribbon fish?
Just trolling.
Okay, yeah.
And I had something set up artificial to cast if I saw something.
Yeah.
Mr. Cobia.
Oh yeah.
And then after an hour,
a big piece of chunk bait or something.
Presentation.
Yeah, right. So I haven't been doing it as long as you have, obviously. Well, no. I think my adventure started back in 2005. Of course, we all started with paddle kayaks, and we evolved into the pedal kayaks.
Sit-on tops are unheard of.
Yeah.
It's always inside.
Right.
Stuck inside.
See, I didn't start then. Mine was a sit on top. It was a Cobra fish and dive. big bulky kayak. I've always wanted big kayaks for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a bigger guy, and just in my mind, I'm thinking this will keep me above the water, right, instead of inside the water. But I evolved into pedal kayaks, and out of my group of friends, I was the first with a pedal kayak, and I got made fun of. Like I wasn't a kayaker anymore because I had a pedal kayak, right? It was a fin type drive kayak, right? And then I evolved into a prop type drive kayak,
I've had both.
right? Which I think is better in some cases, right? Depending on, of course, depending on your type of fishing, right? But then I went to another prop drive kayak, and then this year I'm in no drive at all. I'm in the New Canoe Unlimited.
Back to your roots.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? So now I'm in no drive at all. And I'm going to tell y'all guys, typically people would say, yeah, well, you're saying that, you know, everybody would say, yeah, guess what? This is not, we are nowhere affiliated with this brand, right? I can't say that because I am, right? I'm not going to lie about that. I am. But here on Spooled Life Live, guys, we're real, we're raw, and we're live. I'm going to tell you one thing. Going into this non-drive kayak has been the best thing that I've done in my whole entire kayaking career. I went 3 years, guys, with kayaks that have drive in them and not use the drive a single time. Till this year, I said, man, why? I'm not going to, you know what? I'm not going to get a drive on this kayak. I do have a motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a motor, right? In my mind, I felt if I'm going to have a non-drive kayak, I'm going to have a motor, right? Nobody wants to paddle all day, right? I mean, it don't matter if you have the most amazing kayak out there, the lightest kayak out there, the kayak that can go 1,000 miles with a paddle. You're still going to have to paddle this thing. And you're still going to work. With a motor, it's just on. You put it on full blast. That motor I got, Torquedo 1103.
Same thing.
Or 1104, something like that. 1103.
1103.
Full blast. On tournament day, I put two batteries in the back. This tournament we fished in Port Arthur. Congratulations to our team, right? Got 4th place. Not too bad on fishing some waters of unknown waters, right? We brought 4th place back to the Corpus Christi area, right? Our next tournament's in Jacksonville, Florida. It's another area that
been there.
Unfamiliar waters for myself and my partner, and I'll be staying too because that's going to be another amazing event, the Elite Series we're into. I never had to use the drive, right? So tournament day, I put another motor in the back just in case. This event we did in Port Arthur, I want to say round trip 14 miles, I think, from go to end, and I'm still on the same motor, right?
Yeah,
I'm still on the same battery, right?
1103 will get you there.
A lot of people ask, I get a lot of questions, how long does the battery last? And that's a good question, right? Typically, how long you're going to go fishing tomorrow morning?
Yep.
How long is your fishing day?
Typically in the summertime, for instance, 10:30. But then the fishing's pretty much done by then.
Right.
But I've left earlier in the morning because I have a motor.
Yeah.
Go fishing further away.
Yeah.
And
so about 4 hours.
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours. 5 hours maximum.
6 if it's a contest.
Do you have battery life still at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I get down to the last part of it and said, I'm not saving the battery life anymore. I'm going to get back to that shoreline.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm going to get there.
Yeah, you're full blast.
Or if I'm towing fish, I'm going to go slower.
Yeah, you don't want them to die.
Take care of.
Yeah. Are you? I've been involved in some of the tournaments you participate in. Do you fish any live weigh-in tournaments or have?
I have. And even if I fish one that doesn't require it, I still try to get them live.
Okay. Are you the angler that has an ice chest in the back of your kayak? Live well?
No. I use a stringer, and
Yeah.
I just built me a little live well that goes on my kayak.
Oh, really?
Just so I can, at the end of the day, so I can get back faster.
Oh, yeah.
Then,
less drag.
Yeah, and one contest, I was fishing the Oases. I thought, I got 2 hours back to the shoreline, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought, look at that redfish right there, man. Right there in the shoreline. It was mine. It came off the stringer.
Oh, really?
I tried to run after it, and he went back in the deep water. And I thought,
oh, man.
So I'll learn from that.
What kind of stringer were you using?
Oh, it has real thin wire hooks.
Oh, okay. And it just cut the lip off?
Yeah.
Split the lip?
And he wanted to survive, and he was real lively. He fought me all the way back, and got to give him credit,
Yeah. That's something to talk about. When you're dragging the fish, guys, can you imagine how the redfish feels?
Probably like the shrimp that he just ate.
Well, that shrimp is
Other
dead.
way around, yeah.
That shrimp is dead.
Well, they're to...
this redfish is being drugged.
I'm doing it for the sport. He's doing it to save his life.
Yeah, he's doing it to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then never quit.
Man, that's crazy, right? I knew a guy. Well, I do know a guy. He got made fun of, and he almost got thrown off the boat. They were on a boat trip. He's probably watching. I'm not going to say his name. He goes on a boat trip, and he's super conservative. I don't know if he voted for Biden or not. Probably not. But he's the guy that will catch a redfish and hit it with something to kill it, so it won't suffer in the ice chest.
Yeah, I can identify with that. Go ahead and knock me out. Don't stick me in the freezer and let me suffer. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it like that, geez, man, can you imagine what
they
redfish
bleed them, because fresher meat and stuff like that.
Right? How come Texas Parks and Wildlife isn't jumping in on something like that?
I don't know.
Right? If we catch you throwing the redfish inside the ice chest without killing this thing,
that's true.
That's a ticketable offense. If you put a dog, outside,
I'm going to be
less than a
outside
4-foot chain.
Dog. Yeah,
that's a ticketable offense. But if you throw a redfish or a trout that they're so in love with, right? They love these speckled trout. If you just throw it in the ice chest and it's still alive, that's not a ticketable offense.
A little hard to get a ice chest on a kayak.
We don't have our priorities straight, obviously, right? I'm running next year. I'm running for I'm just kidding. I'm not running for it. Running from
I just nod my head. Okay.
From the game warden. That's what I'm going to be. I'm just kidding. Too. Even though there has been some time. Tournament fishing. When was the last tournament we fished, you and I? It was it was under the bridge at the JFK, I think.
Was that with wolf fishing?
No. This was years ago.
I try to do every tournament I can get my hands on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good, man.
I got one fun one in Rockport. And you wouldn't know who won or lost.
What's the young guy's name you fish with? From Portland, I believe.
Portland?
James?
Justin Coughlin.
Nope. He's a coach, I want to say. Also a Marine as well.
Steve Silvas?
Yeah, that one.
Everybody's young to me.
It was you and him partnered up for some
That's
event.
Right.
Some event.
Yeah, it was like 3 events or something.
Was it the PRL?
I don't think so. They don't have that contest anymore, so it can't be that one. Yeah, it is a local one.
Was it the TKF San Antonio?
Nope.
No? I'm not sure what it was. Matt Murphy was there. If he's watching, maybe
maybe someone else can post it on there.
Yeah. If y'all were there, if you saw us, if you saw me, if you saw Mr. Bulger there,
Yeah.
put the tournament name down there. I don't remember what the hell it was. But since then, since your first tournament, you remember what your first tournament was?
San Luis Pass.
Yeah, there you go. Till now, how have tournaments evolved, or are they the same?
They've evolved. They got more streamlined. Some have more rules, some have less rules.
Oh yeah,
The less rules, the less you have to deal with, you know.
yeah,
And try and make it enjoyable.
right.
I always have fun. So someone else grumpy, that's not my problem.
Yeah, I feel like every tournament they add another rule to the event.
Yeah, something happens. Well, next time we'll do this, and
Yeah,
next thing you got a book to read.
yeah,
And then if my fish are legal and they're alive, I don't have to remember the rules.
yeah. The Elite Series, which was a new thing for me, the rule is 0.5. You get a 0.5 deduction if it's dead,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a 0.5 plus
Oh,
if it's live.
pound difference.
Yeah.
Usually it's
Everybody brought in live fish, so it didn't affect anybody. But that could mean the difference
it has.
there if everybody brings in dead fish, or if your second place, first place brings in a dead fish, and guess what? You're in first place, buddy.
Incentive.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Everybody, there was. I don't think they maxed out the event, which you cap at 20 teams for the Elite Series.
Mhm.
I think there was like 17 teams for that event. I'm not too sure. Maybe if somebody's on, if y'all were in, Oscar was there, he might know how many teams were at the event. But the teams that did bring in fish, all of them were alive.
Wow.
Shout out to them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I try to keep them alive, and every once in a while they die on me. You know, if I do that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw them on. I always bring ice with me just in case. So I'm not gonna waste it. Or if they have
Yeah.
a place there that has like, you know, donations and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think for the most part they release all them fish. I'm not sure if they donated to like a homeless shelter or something. And if they're donating to a homeless shelter, 15 teams at that event, all 15 teams brought in live fish. And that's amazing.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
Shout out to the Elite Series, Pat Malone putting on a hell of an event. And shout out to the teams.
When's the next event?
Dead fish were donated. So I guess there were a couple of dead fish.
And as the water gets warmer, it's harder to keep them alive.
Yeah. And now they don't want you to ice these fish. You know, icing the fish doesn't necessarily shrink the fish. I mean, I guess it does, right? But it also keeps them alive. You know, for these long trips. You know,
Mm-hmm.
keeps them fresh. You don't want them burning up in the back of your truck. You know, in some hot salt water. You know, I say icing, but even a water bottle of salt water, frozen salt water, is that considered icing the fish?
You get into some technicalities now.
Right.
Golly, I just keep it simple.
Yeah.
I'll put. I have a cooler in the back of my Jeep, which
Virtual weigh-in.
half the Jeep, and I'll put, you know, water in there from the bank, and then put some ice bottles in there, keep it cooler, just to keep the redfish cool, you know, alive.
Oh yeah.
Especially during the summertime.
Yeah, the summertime is the worst.
Fishing that shallow water like that, I'll try to find a cut or something to stake them out in, where they get some flow water. In a flat, they'll be dead. You know, there's a half pound.
Zach Gibson's in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can
Hi,
mean that can mean winning and losing,
It is.
and it's a big deal. You pay you pay quite a significant amount of money. If the entry fee is $400,
I better have a sponsor.
Yeah. For the most part, I think the Elite Series is a sponsored event.
Mhm.
I think. Typically, all the anglers, I think, looking at the roster, I mean, every sponsorship is detailed different. Everybody makes their own deals, I guess you could say, as well. But you're going to be sponsored by somebody. And when I say sponsored, I mean monetized, right? I don't mean, guys, don't get mad, right? I'm just speaking the truth. Ram Garcia speaks the truth. I'm already on my second Karbach. I drank a lot last night. I had 3 birthday parties lined up. I was at Robert Morales' house late. We made fried fish. Dude, we had fried fish. We had brisket. We had hush puppies.
I'm going to leave here starving to death.
Right? What else did we have? It was brisket. We had hush puppies, tartar sauce.
I know where Bill Miller's is right now on the way home.
Bill Miller's?
Yeah,
That's not bad.
SPID.
If I'm going to go get barbecue, I'm going to go to Full Send Barbecue. I highly doubt they're open.
It's the closest one to this store. That's why I'm thinking about it.
Oh, the wait is worth it.
Yeah.
The drive. They're downtown. I think they're right next to Chaparral Street.
West Marine.
Yeah, that
right
one.
next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Miller's is not bad. It's a little dry. I want to say they bring in their brisket from San Antonio.
Yeah, they cook it up there.
Yeah.
And bring it down here. My plate has always been empty, let's put it that way.
What do you get? If I take you to Bill Miller's right now, what do you get?
Brisket.
Brisket?
Yeah.
Like double or single?
I'm barking on triple right now. You keep
Oh, yeah.
like
And what are you going to get on the side?
Beans.
Refried?
Refried beans.
I don't think they got refried.
No. Whatever
we can have them smash them up. We'll tell them, man, Mr. Bulger's here, dude. You're going to smash up them beans. If the man wants refried beans, you're giving him refried beans.
I get a spoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll smash them for you, man. So you're going to get some potato salad?
Anything but coleslaw.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll take that to my wife.
Are you a yellow or white potato salad?
White.
White?
Yeah.
With mayonnaise?
Yeah.
Man, I like mine yellow, bro.
To each his own.
I mean,
I'll eat it.
I like it too.
You just said which one I prefer. I didn't say I didn't like yellow.
Them both. But I grew up on yellow with pickles. You know what I mean?
Dill pickle on the side.
Oh, yeah. Do you like it chunky or like all like blended?
See all the above.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Can't you tell? Looked at they can't see this on camera, but
yeah, that's true. Only I could see it. Right.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with being a little overweight.
And I'm hungry. Back to the show, guys. All right. Hey, Danny Zuniga says chunky. I like it chunky too, man. I don't like it too I like a puree of
I'd rather have it homemade.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be homemade.
It always tastes better at home.
Yeah. If you got yourself a woman that wants to go to Walmart or HEB or Super S or Wins or the Piggly Wiggly, where was it? Right?
That's a long time ago.
Right.
Piggly Wiggly.
And you want to go get you some potato salad.
You can make potato salad anywhere in this country.
Yeah, well, get it from the house, guys. You know, you want to wake up in the morning, you want to see your woman in the kitchen. And you know that it's barbecue time that day.
Oh, that's my job. Barbecue.
Yeah. Outside.
The two go together like
peas in a pod.
Yeah, like barbecue and beans.
Like barbecue and barbecue sauce.
Depends what sauce it is.
That's a big deal too. You know, they say if you're going to put some barbecue sauce on brisket, I'm telling you right now, the Bill Miller's brisket needs a lot of barbecue sauce.
I'm looking for some barbecue right now.
Yeah. Somebody if y'all are barbecuing, somebody bring us up a barbecue plate.
I have never tasted bad barbecue. Never in Texas.
No?
It's every bit of it's great.
I've had some pretty bad ones.
Now, if You try to add flavor to it with like a propane, and it's not as good. But
oh yeah,
you look at my plate again; it's empty.
right. Tournament etiquette.
Yes.
Have you ever ran into some stuff, some pretty bad stuff? Tournament fishing? No.
No.
For the most part,
maybe the directors,
pretty smooth.
then they take it to the side, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I'm there. My friends, they're all my friends at the contest. You know, we're all there to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to win the Ray Del Mar one year.
Okay.
Because the offshore event was canceled because it's too rough. And then Mike Morales was talking, and like, he's talking about me. But everybody there was happy for me. Everybody.
Yeah.
Raising their beer or yelling their.
Why were they happy for you?
Oh, they're glad I won.
Oh yeah. They didn't want to win. Or were they just okay?
No, they were just glad to be there, period. Everybody. Yeah. Everybody.
Tournament fishing, if you you're obviously a tournament angler, right? In your head, tournament day.
Oh, I'm up early. Jeez.
You're ready to win. Or are you ready there to have fun?
Both.
A little bit of both.
If I press, I'm not going to catch any fish.
Yeah.
If I have a good time, I'm going to catch fish.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy myself.
So you go into it just like a regular day? Just this?
Yeah, not really. I don't take my blood pressure that early in the morning. And I'm pumped, and then I don't need coffee. And I get up before the alarm. I don't care what time I set it at.
Yeah.
I got stuff ready to go.
Right.
Get there early. And then sometimes I see my friend at the launch site and stuff like that. We talk and.
What are you doing? What are you gonna do today?
No.
Or is there more like of a? It's
more like
I don't want to tell this guy too much stuff.
Everybody goes their own way. You can have 10 kayaks lined up at the shoreline, and you never see them again. They all come back to the same place.
Yeah.
I catch good fish. I'm gonna bring them in early to take care of them.
Oh yeah.
But if I'm not, I'll come in there late. That means I haven't caught any good fish. You know, it's pushing it out there, which I rarely do.
Right.
And I mean, really do. I don't catch fish all the time.
Right.
I rarely stare out that late.
But tournament etiquette, though. Have you ever had somebody just roll up on you while you're out there?
No.
No? That's good, man. So you've been one of the lucky ones.
I'll see somebody like, for instance, one contest I saw Matt Murphy in this lake. Well, he was there first. I'm going to try and go where he's not and not even get close to him. I'll just watch where he's fishing at, and his partner's fishing in a certain place. And then I looked around a little bit, and then I left.
Yeah.
They can have the lake. They're there first.
Yeah. If Matt Murphy's there, more than likely nothing is there. You think so?
Well,
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hell of an angler as well, Matt Murphy. We had him on the show.
I know.
A couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
Cheers to Matt Murphy and all the duck hunters out there. Yeah. Hell of a duck hunter.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, I'm telling you.
But he goes back to places where ducks are and redfish, shallow water like that. So.
Yeah, like a cast and blast.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
There's certain people like, oh, here comes Matt Murphy. Here comes Mr. Castro. They're like,
yeah.
Geez,
Yeah, you see them guys lined up on the of course now they're doing it to where they won't release the teams till it's filled or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, you see them guys and you're like, wow, man, there goes me winning.
Well, the less fish I catch, the more raffle tickets I buy.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't even think they do that anymore.
What's that?
Raffle.
Oh, yeah. Do
they?
I'm a professional raffle.
Yeah, but what tournaments have done that?
Hobie contest last year. We fished a fun tournament in Rockport, and I forget the name of the pub at the end of Austin Street. They always have raffle stuff.
Is that the Hammered?
Rockport
Hammered tournament or Hammered
again?
Something?
Maybe I hope someone on the internet can tell us.
Yeah,
I forget. I know the people that run it; they're good people.
Yeah, because I used to love the raffle, but the tournaments I've participated in for the past couple of years, they stopped doing it. I mean, I'm fishing the PRLs. I'm fishing the Elite Series. I like the raffles. Hell, I like the money even better. I'd rather cut a check instead of winning
How about both?
a tackle box or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll
And
have.
if you're going to do the raffle, do it right off the get go, man. Don't let me stay there and wait.
I don't know.
Rather do it at the end.
I'd rather do it the whole time.
Oh yeah,
Let's spread it out.
yeah. Don't wait for everybody.
Oh, look at that! That's that carrot out there. Oh, that fishing rod. They haven't raffled it off
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
You know? There's still a chance for me.
Yeah.
Or I even went in a boat contest. My ex sponsored it, and they call out certain people, and like 10 people, and they all sit on the boat. I said, "Oh well, I'm leaving." Didn't call my number.
Oh, those contests where if you don't, the first person to let go of the boat or something. They don't do those no more.
I only seen that on TV.
Yeah, I remember those a long time ago where
yeah.
it was like a Harley Davidson or something, and you go and
Do it
put your hand
outside
on
where
it.
it's like 100 degrees,
Yeah.
you know.
First person to let go, or first person to the last person to stay on it would win it.
Yeah.
They don't do those anymore.
I had a job. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, unless it was worth it. Unless it was worth it. Hell, I don't know how much Harley Davidson or maybe Danny Zuniga can help us out here.
I rode one motorcycle,
$100,000.
wrecked it the first time. I don't have the right mentality for a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, me neither, man. I wrecked mine pretty good. Totaled it. Never got one again.
Wrong attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this after 5 minutes. I know how to do this.
Yeah. I mean, you think that you get a motorcycle, it's only going to go as fast as you want it to go. But then you go 50.
Well, at 55, then 60, 70, 80, 100.
150.
No.
200. 300.
That's nuts.
Right. Texas fishing and their stringers. Right. You said you from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Down to Texas. Their limits of fish you could keep are really
there's
off.
Let's
say that.
They had like a 14-inch minimum on trout, and they complained about not catching enough trout, so they lowered it to 12.
Yeah.
I don't know about now, but
we say they're off because we're from Texas. But if we were born and raised in Louisiana, are they thinking, man, them Texas
they don't know
regulations are weird.
They have.
How do y'all stay there in Texas? Hell, because how many trout can you keep over there? Like 15 of them?
I don't know. It's a lot. I don't want to clean that many fish.
I think that's what it says when you open up a Louisiana regulations. And it says speckled trout bag limit, all of them.
Hey, if it gets on the hook, it's legal.
Yeah. You don't get much. What's our limit now? 15? The new trout limit, 15 to 20?
To 20
or 7 or 15 to 17 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 15 to 17.
Dude, that is nothing. If you catch one trout, let's just say, you know what, I'm going to try to go get some trout first thing in the morning and then go after some redfish, and you catch one, and you're going to keep it, that is nothing. You're not going to get nothing out of that trout. Throw it back.
Jeez. There's a lot of trouble for.
Yeah, and then you catch a bunch of redfish. 17 to 20 is the new limit.
In Louisiana?
Here. Rudy Aranda corrects us on that. 17 to 20. Redfish is 20.
Yeah, 20 to 28. That's been consistent.
Yeah. That's a good meat. That's a good. I like to keep fish. I'm a keeper, man. Dude, if I catch fish.
Good for you.
I'm allotted an amount of fish to keep. Do I keep them all? I had some guys reach out to me a couple weeks back.
You ever thrown back a flounder?
I do. I have thrown back flounder. I was in a tournament and you had to turn in. You could not keep anything else on your stringer.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a live camera on us or anything like that, but the fish you were going to catch that day is the fish you were going to turn in that day. You were not going to keep the fish. You could only have the 2 fish you were going to weigh in. If your partner caught another fish, he were to call you and say, hey, what's our smallest fish you got? 7 pounds. Okay, this one's 8. Throw one of those 7 pounds. I'm fixing to put this one on the stringer.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those kind of tournaments. So have I thrown back flounder? Yes, I have. I've thrown back some damn good flounder too. But I don't really like flounder. I mean, I like flounder, but when I catch my fish, it all goes in the same bag. If I catch reds, if I catch trout, if I catch flounder, if I catch catfish,
I'm
if I
not. I'm
catch
not good at
hardheads,
catching flounder. I just
throw them all in the same bag. It's all going to get fried. I don't eat fish any other way than fried and with a lot of tartar sauce.
I'm dreaming of tartar sauce. My wife makes her own tartar sauce.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it spicy?
No, it's the way we like it, though.
Yeah. Like lemony?
Lemon be on the side if you want.
Oh, okay. See, I like a spicy tartar sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Like King's Inn tartar sauce. You ever had that?
I've never got a chance to go to King's Inn. I stood in line for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And then I couldn't wait any longer.
How old did you say you were?
72.
When you turn 100, I'm going to take you to King's Inn. You and your wife. Telling you right now.
I'll bring my teeth with me.
When you turn 100, King's Inn's on the house on me. They got a good spicier tartar sauce. But I feel it's not a tartar sauce.
I've never heard anybody complain about going to King's Inn.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It is amazing. If you go to like the Railroad Seafood Station, it's similar. The tartar sauces are similar. But I want a tartar sauce, not so much a tartar spread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this over there.
Not like mayonnaise or anything.
Yeah, this is more like a spread. It's really good on a cracker.
Onions and pickles in there.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
And it's all pureed. You know, you could tell it's blended up. It's not cut up by hand. I want it cut up by hand. Like I want a little bit of human sweat in there. Forget the salt. Don't put no salt. We'll just use the human sweat.
I'm thinking right now my next meal.
Yeah. On the way back home. Right. Joseph Briones is in the house. He says trout are more abundant in Louisiana. They don't have hard freezes or red tide.
They don't have hard freezes?
That's what they have. That's what Joseph Briones. You don't want to mess with Joseph Briones.
I know Joseph. I worked outside on a loading rack. It looked like the Crystal Palace out there. Every water line broke out
in Louisiana.
There. Yes.
Oh yeah. So they might have hard freezes out there. Are they more abundant as in Texas? I don't know. I mean, what are we looking for here? Right? Are we looking for quality trout? Or are we just looking for amount of trout? Does Texas have the better quality? For sure.
Yes.
Does Texas have the amount of trout that Louisiana has?
No.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I don't think when they go, I'm not sure if it's Texas Parks and Wildlife that does it, but when they go do their seines and they drag their seines and stuff and they kill a whole bunch of fish, I'm not sure if that feedback gets us amounts or does it get us quality.
I think you're right, but they keep using the same methods all the time so they can compare.
Right.
Keep it the same, like a scientific principle.
You ever been involved in that stuff?
I volunteered once to go with
oh really?
Yeah, wildlife and fisheries.
Did they kill everything?
No.
They let go most.
Yeah, but if it's alive, they let it go. And if it's dead, they examine it. And if it's edible, they have a cooler with ice in there to preserve the fish.
Okay.
And if it's
they
not,
donate it.
I don't know. Maybe they take it home or they donate it. But I was just there to volunteer and learn about St. Charles Bay too when I did that.
How many how many personnel was there?
So there was 4 of us on the boat.
And how many fish did y'all catch?
Gosh, probably about 100.
Was it within the Texas Parks and Wildlife bag limits? No. Let's move on.
But I think they're like I don't know, exempt or something.
Yeah.
Because They need I know we're not to fish in St. Charles Bay because after I saw the gar that they caught in parts of it,
Oh, really?
I ain't going there. You know.
Oh, yeah. St. Charles Bay, what river does that connect to? Mission? No?
It's on the other side of the land. Like you're going, it's by the animal preserve.
Okay. So it runs into
It runs out into Copano Bay.
Copano Bay.
Yeah.
But what river feeds all that?
They have little tributaries. In there.
Okay, like some. Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. Not necessarily a river.
Yeah, like at the very end of it, I think they have like 3 creeks and emptying into it.
That's probably how they got those gar got in there.
Yeah.
Right. Gear breakdown. We walk into Roy's Bait and Tackle. What are we doing? What are we buying? Upcoming angler. They're like, man, that dude Thomas.
I
Dude, I
know
want to be
exactly.
exactly like him when I grow up.
I'm gonna have a medium light action rod,
Okay.
7.4 to 7.6.
And that's just that's for everything. You're gonna throw that with everything, or
Not with top water
okay, I got you.
or popping cork. I have a medium action. But my favorite setup, 7'4", 7'6".
Oh wow,
Throwing a
that's pretty long.
yeah. Well, I'm throwing light stuff.
I like that.
10-pound test.
It's hard to find a long rod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a kayaker.
And then wide open spaces, and I have a 7-footer for closer spaces.
Yeah.
Same action. But I can throw a lighter lure or downsize. Downsizing sometimes is the only way to catch fish. They get picky. 10-pound test, 1,000 series reel, spinning reel. Nothing heavier than that.
You're right. What kind of reel you use?
Shimano Stratic.
Gear ratio? Oh, no. Stratic's a spinning reel.
Spinning reel, yes.
Okay, I got you. That's predominantly used? Spinning reel?
All of it.
It's easier. Spinning reel, I feel like tournament day, spinning reel.
Finesse type thing.
Yeah. Easy. You don't have to worry about the wind.
I'm no good at casting a conventional reel.
Right.
Don't ever cast a conventional reel when it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see the lure hit the water and I have a bird's nest. I just cut it off, stick in the back of my kayak, and it's done.
Yeah, that sucks. Lures.
Gulp.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a problem like after your day? Or do you just tear it off and
if it's torn up, I'll throw it out.
But like the lure in your garage hardening up out of the
no, I'll put them back in the package.
Okay, so you take the lure off.
Yeah.
I see when I tried that, when I get home.
Well, it depends upon how many fish nail that thing.
Yeah.
That's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, I guess so, right.
I heard someone problem, like, I don't like that lure because when the fish, I catch it, it tears it up. I said, well, what's the problem?
Yeah.
You caught a fish.
What kind of line do you use?
Power Pro, 10-pound.
Oh, yeah. Braid. Mm-hmm. You prefer braid than mono?
Yes.
Why?
I can downsize the reels. And then I can put lighter line on there, and I still have a capacity.
Yeah.
Now, I've been spooled by a oversized redfish, but that's a nice problem to have.
Yeah.
As the redfish I caught before that was like 38 inches in the bay.
Oh, wow.
And then didn't like the top water anymore. I'll put the spinnerbait on, which is my second favorite lure.
Oh, it's a freshwater spinnerbait.
A lot of the baits came from freshwater.
Right.
Used to be called bass assassin. Now it's saltwater assassin.
Yeah.
And spinnerbait, and then a lot of topwater lures, mirror lures.
Mm-hmm.
Those other ones that walk on the water and spit water. I don't touch those things. I just can't.
Do you use any type of like fluorocarbon or anything like that?
I use a fluorocarbon leader.
How long of a leader?
Foot to foot and a half.
Do you think 5 feet would be good? In what instances would you use a 5-10 foot fluorocarbon leader?
I haven't had any need for it.
No.
Other than you could leave it on there, you change lures, cut a little bit of line off, and it lasts longer.
Yeah.
I haven't, and
the
water isn't that clear here.
I feel like it would get hooked up on your eyes.
Say with the rod I'm using, the guys on the top are much smaller.
Yeah.
And that I better have a good, braid to fluorocarbon knot because it'll get caught in there.
Yeah, if you have a typical fishing rod,
Mhm.
You're gonna bust those eyes right off. You got recoil guides.
Come to think,
Might last
all
a
my
little longer.
fluorocarbon is on the outside of the tip.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm throwing.
I fished with a dude. It was back then on what's that pier that got torn down here in Corpus? Bob Hall Pier.
Mm-hmm.
A buddy of mine. We were after some trout. You remember all those years when all the trout would be under the lights there and everybody would stack up on the pier to go catch them?
Any light,
Yeah.
almost, yeah.
And he said, you got to have a 9-foot leader fluorocarbon. I was like, 9 feet? I was like, dude, ain't no way. I was like, I'm going to get caught up in my eyes. He was like, no, throw it. Throw it on the outside of the eyes. And we were using a little baby mullet or shad or something. I said, dude, I ain't doing that, dude. So I went with my typical 1 foot, 1.5 foot leader, and I didn't catch shit. And he was catching.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
If I go fishing there again, I'm using 9 foot.
That's what I did.
10-foot leaders.
I said, dude, I don't have no fluorocarbon anymore. This is all like, he was like, I told you to put a 9-foot.
I got a big spool of it at home.
Yeah. So he was like, let me see that. He was the guy that if I got a bird's nest, he was like, I could fix it. So I'd give him my rod and I'd start fishing with his, right? And he was a real cool guy, right? He's still around here. So he said, give me your rod, dude. I told you to put a 9-foot leader. So he started working his magic with the leader and stuff and tied on a double uni knot on there and stuff and threw it out and I started catching fish. And I was like, man,
if it ain't broke, don't
that's
fish.
crazy, right? I guess they could see it, the line.
I don't get stuck on one thing. If I see somebody like the story you just told, I'm going to a 9-foot leader.
Yeah, you're about to go downstairs and buy a whole box of fluorocarbon.
I already got a full.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What brand fluorocarbon you like?
It's sitting on my shelf. It's got a blue label on it, and it's gone. The color.
Seagar?
Probably.
Yeah. I know down south lures, everybody has their own Taz line. It's got one, a good one.
Yeah.
Down south lures has a good one. Fins? You like fins? Fins braid?
Yes, I've started using fins.
The wind tamer?
No, I think it's
the 80G.
It's made for a spinning reel. The way it's all Spectra line, I guess. And it's
good stuff.
Designed not to get as many wind knots in it.
Oh yeah,
wind knot. Again, I'm cutting.
It's probably the wind tamer.
Back of yeah.
I would think. I don't know.
Has a word letter S on the cover or something.
Oh, maybe it's the 80S or something. I don't know. Current events. What's going on in the industry right now? Obviously, motors is the.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Topic.
I would ask to have a kayak designed to take advantage of, like, the Torpedo 1103 or more powerful motor.
Yeah.
Because my kayak can only go so fast. Like after 4.5 miles an hour, it just uses electricity and it just squats down because of the design of the hull. It's not, it won't take advantage of the horsepower.
Yeah.
And, it's an afterthought.
Have you ever tried sitting more up front?
Yes.
And still?
It makes, well, the Lynx looks like an upside down airplane wing.
Oh, yeah.
So faster I go, the more it squats in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that.
No, unless I want to bother some of my friends and put a huge wake out.
Yeah. Or add more weight in the front.
Yeah.
What I was doing, I was in a Jackson NAR. Big, heavy kayak.
I was looking at them out here.
Yeah. Good kayak.
Kayaks have come a long way.
Oh, yeah, dude. If that thing is, you got everything you need on it. One of the issues I ran into with it was the weight in the front when you are full blast on your Torpedo. So what I did to compensate for that was I put my stringer of fish on the handle in the front. I ran it through the handle and I pulled the stringer towards me so the fish would just be hanging up in the front. That's what I did.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah. But now I'm in a New Canoe Unlimited and I don't have a single problem. I'm just kidding. Right. I do have.
It's all
There is some
a
sort
lot of them are compromises.
of dig. I guess we could call it the dig when the motor wants to dig.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did for that was I put my seat a little forward to balance that kayak.
My seat won't move.
Yeah, well, you see, these seats on the Unlimited are on a rail system that runs the whole entire kayak.
Wow.
Yeah, I love this damn kayak, dude. I don't know if I ever go back. I mean, people are going to say, you're going to get the guy that says, oh my God, they paid him to say that. But dude, this thing is, I don't think I'll ever go back.
What was the name again of the kayak?
New Canoe Unlimited.
They have them here out front.
Yeah, they got them here.
I'll see it before I go to
Super light.
get my barbecue.
It doesn't have a drive. Some guys are going to say, yeah, well, what happens when your motor fails? Everything fails.
I got a paddle.
Has my Torpedo ever failed? No. But when it does, it's still a paddleable kayak. It's not your big bulky kayak where you got to push a bunch of water out of the way.
I don't know if yours has a rudder on it or not, but mine works fine as a rudder when it's not in use. So if I'm
No, this one does not have a rudder.
Okay.
The motor is a rudder, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to use it as a motor? No, because you don't want it to have that big bulky.
I've used it as an anchor before.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah, that's another good idea to use
your imagination.
Yeah, but the trackability of the kayak is good just with the motor out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some kayaks, when I say trackability for the guys that are just jumping on or just starting, when I say trackability on drifts, right? You don't want your kayak. If I'm going this way, I want to stay going that way. I don't want my kayak to be just creeping on like this or every push of your kayak, you're coming a different direction. You want to stay, you're not going to have a dead set on drift, right? That's the point. You're drifting, right? You're going to be going wherever the wind wants to take you. But if the kayak has good trackability, then you could minimize that. What would you call it?
Offset.
Yeah, the offset a bit. And this kayak, it has good. I mean, I haven't yet. Like I said, I've never had my motor fail. Right. Oh, that's gonna mess up on me now.
Nah,
you jinxed it.
No, it is.
Mr. Bulger.
The only way to do that is not use it.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
right. And I use the hell out of it.
I use mine all the time. I don't even bring my drive with me if I use it, because that way the deck in front of me is flat.
Yeah,
and I can bring my fish in and less stuff to get in my way.
Yeah, that's good too.
It takes me a couple more trips to go to the shoreline though when I load and unload. But
that's okay.
It's a tool.
Yeah. Pro Staff sponsored. What is the difference? You don't do that too much, right? Or do you?
I don't have.
I'm sure you support your buddies. You support here and there.
Yes,
but you don't get too involved in the politics of pro staffs.
No, I don't. As someone is pro staff, I don't have a problem with that either.
Right.
I got. I tried it before. Didn't work out too well once. No big deal.
Yeah.
But if someone's got all kinds of sponsors and so forth, all the power to them.
Yeah. At what age would you think, let's say you're a business owner.
Yeah. Good question.
And you make the best lures out there. Right. And they're damn good lures. Right. They're probably like down south lures or something. Right. And you want some good anglers, right? You're like, man, I want to get my name out there. How? I've already came to some shops and they're telling me, hey, well, who else? Who in the media scene uses your stuff? That's a question. That's a question that gets asked.
I got an answer.
You know what I mean? I've had several companies reach out to me saying, "Hey, how can I get into Roy's? I want to get into Roy's, man. Get me
Better
into
be good.
right."
You better be good.
One of the questions that's going to get asked is who in the media scene uses your stuff? Because they're going to go, look, well, one person that uses it is Thomas Bulger. Who? Thomas. I'm just kidding.
I got friends that know me as Tom Bulger.
Yeah.
I got friends that know me as Tombo,
Oh, yeah. Tombo's a good one. Yeah.
but not both.
Yeah.
So it depends what.
See, I know you as Mr. Thomas Bulger.
That's because of the hair color.
Right. No, that's just the respect I have for you.
And that's I've grown up, yes sir, no sir, all
Yeah.
my life, no man.
Well, you're a real respectable man.
Thank you.
Just I'm going to get into that, right? But first, these guys are going to go into the media.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go to MySpace. They're going to say, who is this Thomas Bulger? They're going to look you up.
And I got no idea.
Yeah.
I don't look up myself.
No.
I'm curious what other people think sometimes.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Nah, don't worry about what anybody thinks.
I don't.
You just
don't
do your
worry
own
about
thing.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. And they're going to figure out, okay, well, Thomas Bulger, hell, he got first place over here. He got first place at the TKF San Antonio. He got first place at the Hammered Fishing. He got first place at the PRL. He got first place at the Elite Series. And we don't know if he was using this lure, but he put down there that he is happy to have them.
That's the first thing I look at a kayak rig. You got the rod standing up. What lure is on the end of the line? That's the most important part. Not the reel, the rod. That's all for my convenience. This is my opinion.
Oh, this is the Thomas Bulger show.
What's in the water?
Yeah.
Redfish don't care if I'm using a Zebco 202. I need to present it. And if it works, fine. If it doesn't, I'm switching.
Yeah.
Or I'm moving.
Oh, yeah.
I don't stay put very long.
No. That's my style, too.
I've proven there's no fish here. I'm leaving.
A couple casts.
You can go to a place and it just feels dead. You don't see bait. You don't see movement. I said, well, I've already proven there's nothing here.
Yeah.
I might throw a couple, cast or two here and there, but typically no. But I try to stay flexible.
Yeah.
If I have I'm going to fish right here and that's it. Chances are I'm skunked.
Right. That's true.
And if you have a team, then you can share information.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's got their own little.
I can fish alone,
click
with my friends. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I like my friends because I trust them on the water. I know who I can trust.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the most important part.
Mm-hmm. Do you trust them because if somebody is going to help you on the water, or do you trust them because these areas are top secret?
No, the safety part.
Oh, yeah.
As I get older, I got to think about that.
Yeah.
I'm on to one place, man, I got this place all to myself. There ain't a soul around here. I start looking around. I'm by myself. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
And especially I see some rather scaly critters around.
Oh, yeah. Alligators?
Have
you ever had one attack you?
No, I've had them steal my redfish.
Right
off the bank and come under my kayak. I had one of them tournament fish, and then alligator wanted it more than I did. He can have it.
Yeah.
I'm out of there too.
What if the stringer was not there? Would he attack you?
I don't think so.
Because I'm fixing to fish in Florida, and there's alligators there.
Well, feel sorry for you.
Do I need to take my pistol?
No.
To protect myself and my partner.
There's more alligators in Louisiana, I think, per acre.
Yeah, but this is Florida.
Florida?
There's alligators there.
Part?
I can't say that.
All right.
But an alligator is worse than an otter. Right?
I don't think you have a problem.
You don't think so?
Don't corner them. They're the same. The alligators I've seen, they see me. If they see me first, they're gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That one, I seen up like go shoreline in Cavasso Creek, which is near the refuge out there.
Yeah.
And every 50 feet, I saw a small alligator. And they went underwater. The last one did not go underwater. Told my wife, that's the one you got to worry about.
Like he was looking at you.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't backing down for you, buddy.
But what do you do? That alligator that was looking at you, he wants to eat you.
Well, he's only like 2 feet long.
Well, let's say he was 10 feet long.
Oh, no. I'm 11. That alligator lives there, and he do a lot better in the water than I can.
Well, what do you do?
I leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it its space slowly. Go somewhere else.
So don't keep on going.
I catch a fish. That alligator's interested in that fish, you know?
Yeah.
No, there's plenty of other places to go to.
Yeah.
And I expect to see that. But when I do it, you know, I don't push the boundaries.
Yeah. No, I get you.
I'll go another day, go fish somewhere else.
One more question. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. You've been standing up this whole time. So that means we're solid. What can we expect from Mr. Bulger in 2024?
I'm just going to go fishing.
Right.
I have a new knee right now. Doctor says 3 months, can't do anything, you know. I sure have been eating a lot, but I haven't been doing too much with the calories though.
Yeah.
And I'm gone. I'll fish off a bank. I'll fish off of a boat, kayak, whatever.
You know who's another, I hate to say it like that, another elder? Is that safe to say?
Sure, I'm not offended. Fish don't know the difference.
Okay? Yeah, right. Another elder that is full blown is James Matheson.
A good friend of mine.
That dude,
he's out there, back surgery and stuff like that. And I'm talking to him. Where are you? I'm sitting right next to Oscar over here in Port.
Yeah, they were in Port Arthur together. Yeah.
Got a great attitude and great smile.
How old is James Matheson?
I think he might be a little younger than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what. First person to tell me how old Thomas Bulger is, we're going to send you a prize package. Got to be spot on. Years. Don't tell me. They're going to tell me, right? 72? Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Did Oscar already know that?
We talk about each other's age all the time. I remember, Oscar, we're getting old. You know, we can't do these things like we used to.
Yeah, but did he know?
Probably.
So should we disqualify him?
No.
No? Oscar Alvarado, you're the winner. He's 72 years old. Man, that's quite of an accomplishment there in its own.
When I quit fishing is when I stopped enjoying it.
Right.
So.
What else do you have?
I got a boat.
For us.
You got a boat?
For the show.
For the show?
Anything else?
It's Roy's, man.
Yeah, it's Roy's. You're going to go downstairs. You're going to go spend some money.
What else is there to talk about? Jeez.
2024, are you coming in any tournament scene, or are you out of the tournament scene till your leg heals up?
No. Hopefully, Mr. Doctor says, okay, this Tuesday.
Okay.
If he doesn't, whatever he says, I'm doing.
Right.
And that electric motor sure has helped this
No,
man.
I have one more thing.
What's that?
When I first met you, it was at a seminar.
I hope I was nice to you.
You didn't even talk to me.
I didn't.
I was so young. I must have been at least.
Where was the seminar? The Heroes on Water one?
Yeah, it was the Heroes on the Water seminar at the.
I was scared to death to do that presentation.
Oh, I was too, man. Jeez. It was my first one ever. And look at me now. You know, now I just talk all day long. But I was scared to death. Yeah. Like, I wasn't scared to death. All right. I could have held my own against all them guys. I'm just kidding. Probably wouldn't have.
It's fishing. You get paid or not. It's a great equalizer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it turned out to be a great event. It was at the
fish
hatchery.
Yes.
And I think you were discussing, I sat through it.
Chartreuse spinnerbait. I held it up. I remember that.
How old were you there? 30 something?
No, I moved here in 2004. So
you're 70
I've been here 20 years, probably not in my 60s.
Oh, you must have been 40 something.
No.
This was back in 2008.
I retired in 2004.
Somebody do the math for us. 72 minus however old he was in 2008.
Joseph might be able to answer that.
Yeah, he was there. He was a lot younger than he is now. Man, we're all getting so old.
That's a good thing.
Hell,
What's the opposite of getting old?
I'm 49. At what age do we stop?
Why?
At what age do I say, you know what, guys, this is going to be our last episode of Spooled Life Live? I thank y'all so much. 56. You were 56 years old.
Jeez, just a kid.
Yeah, man, you're so young. You had black hair. I remember like it was. I'm just kidding.
I didn't have black hair. I had more hair.
That was 16 years ago. Austin Matthews said.
I hope that did good.
Been doing this for a long time, man. But that's what I'm saying. At what age is too old to say, you know what? Hell, if I was 80, I don't want to say you. I don't want to say your age because you're here. But if I say 90, let's do it even worse. If I'm 90 years old, will y'all continue watching Spooled Life?
It's the miles and what kind of road you were on.
Years old.
Be 50 years old and wore out.
Right.
But sometimes my enthusiasm goes past my judgment. You know what I mean? I'll do it again.
See, most of the older guys I run into, for the exception of James is also an older angler, and yourself. I get the like the passion of fishing. Not so much kayak fishing, right? But just the passion to where, like, you ain't mad at me. Like the way you said when you show up to your spot and you see Murphy there, and you see
first. That's
Alvarado there.
Yeah.
You see Gutierrez there.
Yeah.
You know, you probably see a whole bunch of other dudes there. You don't get mad at them guys. You're like, okay, well, I seen them guys in the lake.
They got up earlier than I did. They earned it.
Yeah. See, I would be pissed off.
And I would be.
I'm just kidding.
I know. But at the same time, I would also like the same respect.
Right.
Or if I might invite them in.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no fish here. Come on. Yeah. Or I don't mind.
Yeah.
If I don't enjoy it, I'm not doing it.
See, there's a difference between doing that and seeing somebody on the water and them not even saying hi to you, or them coming right by you and just not even acknowledging you.
That's their problem.
Yeah. And that just pisses me off. I get mad about that. I mean,
I'll take that, and next time I see you on the water, I'll remember that.
You're right. Just completely ignore me, right?
No.
That's fine.
I'll give you your space, though. Yeah. I don't want to get too close unless you invite me in or something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're there because you want it's a getaway. You know?
It is.
It might not be so much catching fish. It's a plus to catch fish.
I always enjoy myself on the water.
Yeah. You want to get away from every day.
I can do July 4th weekend, and I'll go to a place and I hardly see anybody.
Yeah.
But I can go to places that boats can't get into, and vice versa. You know, they have longer trips they can't get into.
Yeah. So when I met you over there, it was a Heroes on the Water event, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Briones is still on. Maybe you could tag the Heroes on the Water page, right? So you're pretty involved with Heroes on the Water.
Not as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Just because of physical limits.
Right.
Now, I might, since I got a boat, maybe I'll help in that way.
Yeah.
It's easier for me.
I haven't done a Heroes on the Water seminar since that day.
Oh, Joseph was good at stuff like that, isn't he?
Yeah. He's amazing. Great. He's been doing that for years. He's got a whole bunch of white hair, too.
Yeah.
Right. And those guys, we say we need it. We say we get away from the everyday problems we have, whether it be work, whether it be life problems, whether it be...
I'm always looking forward when I'm going fishing, looking forward to getting up in the morning, loading the stuff up, getting on the water. When I'm on the water, I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
And
Everything goes away.
And then at the end of the day, I'm tired, but
Yeah.
good tired. I've done
Oh, yeah.
something.
Exercise. Sun.
Yeah.
Vitamin D. Right.
Yeah. You won't hardly recognize me in the sun. I got everything you can buy to cover my body.
Well, you came up here with a mask on. I wanted to ask you about that. What is that?
It
just from a coronavirus or something, or what?
It started with coronavirus, but
oh yeah,
you work backwards. I got rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh really?
And that's your system attacking the joints like it has a bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to back that down, I take something that lowers my immune system, so I'm more susceptible.
Okay.
I ain't had a cold since then.
Oh really?
Tell me something about it.
Man, well, I hope you don't get one tomorrow, because you ain't got it on right now.
Well, I know what health you're in. We're kind of.
Oh, dude, I'm in the most immaculate condition I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. How about last night?
Last night I drank enough for both of us, for all three of us.
Thank you very much for doing that for me.
Right. Man, it was an amazing time. Happy birthday to everybody. Guys, it's been a hell of a show.
Celebrate.
Like I said, maybe Austin Matthews can help us out, or Oscar Alvarado. I think he's involved with the Heroes on the Water as well, right?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Well, if anybody is, tag the Heroes on the Water Facebook page. And if you're a veteran, if you're I think they do first responder, right? First responder or veteran?
I think so, but you need to check on that.
Right. Or Nori Zartucci also is, what do you call them guys? The guides? The guys that take one of the...
They call them guides.
Yeah, they call them guides.
Whether it be
there it is. Heroes on the Water. He just tagged the Coastal Bend chapter. If you have an uncle or Thea or Theo or anybody out there that wants to get involved with that stuff, or needs to get involved, or doesn't even know they need to, just reach out. Right? Reach out to them guys. It's fun. You go fishing, they feed you. You get to meet a bunch of people out there. You probably meet more. You don't even have to have anything. And if you do, contact me and I'll get you squared away with whatever you all need to participate in that stuff. But I highly doubt you will. I think Briones, he runs these events pretty straight line.
You can't do it by yourself. You have to have a lot of support.
Yeah.
And I think he turns away volunteers sometimes.
Oh, really?
Well,
but kayaks and all that are provided, right?
Yes.
Fishing rods.
If you don't have a fishing rod, just I think it's a form you fill out ahead of time.
Okay.
What is it you need?
Okay.
And they provide drinks. Take with you a little cooler, and then breakfast tacos. And I went to the last event just to visit them, say hello.
Yeah.
Good people.
Right.
Good people, yeah. Military.
Yeah.
They took care of us. Our turn.
I'm telling you, like we started the show, we would not be here. I would not be able to hit this live button if it wasn't for them guys putting in the time of their own to
all I can say is thank you.
That's it. You know what? Here is the Heroes on the Water. I wish Briones was still on. I guess he had to go. But Austin Matthews is putting up some information up there. There are several chapters throughout the Texas coast. Find the closest or most convenient one to your location. There's a whole bunch of them.
I met some
Here's
people.
to the Heroes on the Water.
There's one down there in the valley, and they came up here.
Oh, really?
Learn how they did it, and they had some go-getters there,
Oh, yeah.
And you saw them, and it's going to be successful just because of the people.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I mean, I go there and I'm humbled.
Right.
And then it's like, well, you were in your father's military. I said, no, I wasn't in the military.
Yeah.
I didn't live it. I was on the base.
Oh, you lived it. Not maybe necessarily combat, so to speak, but you were being a child of a...
And I miss living on base. I like the order. I like you'd have kids out there. They're all laughing and playing, but they're not the parents were around, take care of them, stuff like that. Like I say, with my family, you're near the water, you were occupied.
Right.
You either were in it or you were on it.
Yeah.
And there's always something to do. And then my two brothers and I will go to a place that had airplanes and tanks, I was in heaven.
Yeah.
Wish I had a kayak then, but
yeah. They wouldn't give you any on base. None were provided.
they'd never heard of kayaks.
Yeah.
There's always the stigma of like Nanook and North Pole or something. That was what a kayak was.
Oh, yeah. I know there's a whole bunch of good whiskey bottles on base.
Oh, yeah. They have one place that always has cigarettes and they always have booze.
Guys, it's been a hell of a show. I want to thank you. Do you have anybody to give a shout out to?
Oscar Alvarado.
There you go.
Mention him. And my other friend, Justin Coughlin.
Oh, yeah. Good dude, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good teacher.
Really?
As a guide. He's a good teacher. And his advantage is he does YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So he's out there. And then people see that. Sponsors see that.
Yeah.
I tried doing a YouTube video.
It's a lot of work.
No mas.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. No.
Don't have the patience.
We've started to release the older segments of the show onto YouTube, right? Because if you go to our group page, most of our shows aren't lined up, right? Like we've started to allow our group members to post their own posts, right? As long as you're tagging the headliners, right? You could post your own post, right? We want to see your fish too. We want to see your adventures. As long as you're tagging Roy's Bait and Tackle, Down South Lures, Sarge Custom Rods, Tow Corpus Christi, AFTCO, Marshware, New Canoe, or Karbach Brewery, then you could apply your own post. Not all of them.
Makes sense.
But let's say you went out and you use a Down South lure and you caught some good redfish. We want to see it, right? Let's say you were cruising around Roy's Bait and Tackle and you took a video of Zach, you know what I mean? Just behind the computer or something. We want to see it, right? Let's say you were live here on Spooled Life Live, right? Let's do that, right? We want to see it.
Nice smile.
Yeah, that's all it takes, right? Simple footage of our headline sponsors and just dump it on the page, right? We would love to see all that stuff. It's been a hell of a show. The next show flyer goes out. I think I have a show next week.
Who's that going to be?
I can't tell you. We'll have to wait. It's going to be another good one, right? I think I messed up. I always mess up, man. I have no idea what the hell.
How can you go do these shows on Sunday and not go fishing?
It's tough. I accommodate for the guest.
Okay.
So if his only day off is Friday, most of the guys are guides, right? So their busy days are Saturday and Sunday or Friday. You know what I mean?
I always listen to a guide. They're on the water almost every day.
Oh, yeah. Especially the ones that's what they do for a living.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. It's tough.
Go fishing for a living.
It's a lot
hard.
of work.
It's just hard.
Yeah. So I accommodate for the guest. If he could show up on Friday, guess what? We're going to have a show on Friday, right? If Mr. Bulger says he could be here on Sunday, guess what? The show's on.
Nice, easy drive, too.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bulger. There you go.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Roy's Bait and Tackle, Down South Lures, Sarge Custom Rods, Tow Corpus Christi, AFTCO, Marshware Clothing, New Canoe, and Karbach Brewery. Guys, it's been a hell of a show. Like I said, the flyer will be out and hopefully by the end of the day today to get us some good push on next week's show. Briones is in the house. He's tagged as well the .org, right? Hit that button, hit that link and get yourself set up. I don't know all about it, but that .org will get you in the right direction. And if it's confusing or anything, reach out to Joseph Briones he has the answer to everything you need to get set up.
He also knows from good breakfast tacos. Though.
Oh, he makes them homemade?
No, I think there's a
Laredo Taco Company or something.
I've been there before with the group. I don't remember the name of it. Let him.
Yeah,
I don't do the wrong one because they sponsor him. They help.
Oh yeah, dude. We don't want to say the wrong thing up here.
Joseph, tell us. I appreciate those tacos.
Eddie's.
There you go. That's it.
I haven't tried one. I'm gonna need
refried beans.
Oh, I love
like they're supposed to be. You cannot make Mexican food light.
Oh no,
if you do, I'm not eating.
Yeah,
but that refried beans on that taco, killer.
That's what I need right now because I'm feeling it right now. It's been a hell of a show. The next flyer will be out hopefully tonight. If not, probably Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday.
All right,
Friday or Saturday. One of them things.
I just hope it contributes something.
Oh, you did. It was a hell of a show. Hell of a show and hell of a week. Y'all enjoy it. Y'all remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that like button before y'all leave and go check on y'all's briskets again. They're probably all burned up by now, but it was definitely worth it, right? We'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all.